Go ahead and start with the Midnight Clown White or any type of white base. I'm using a sponge. I like to apply from the center of the face and then blend all around radially. There are many different types of white bases. In my previous video with the Modern Geisha, I was using the white acrylic paint. I don't really recommend that so much. It is a little blotchy. I find that this one is a bit more opaque. However, it can still get blotchy if you put too much product on and smear it around. So just be careful. Use the flat part of the sponge and tap out any blotchiness. And that's how much for the product I've used already. Now you're going to want to set all of that with a fluffy puff and some translucent powder. If you have white powder, even better. Using a black gel liner and a pointy brush, you're going to draw the sockets of the skull. I'm kind of pushing hard, but you're going to go around the shape of your eyeball and underneath as well. If you push hard with your finger before you do this, it'll be easier as to finding where everything is. And yes, wipe before you re-dip into the pot again. Do the same thing on the other side. You can go slow. It'll help you create a smoother line. You can break it up into sections as far as the eye socket part goes. Then just color in the circles with the gel liner. Color in the circle, and it's okay if it's a little messy along the edges. You can always redraw and touch up the edges. Find the edge of your nose bone and draw a line straight down. On the sides of your nose, find the edge of the nose bone. You are going to draw an upside down half of a heart. Do the same thing on the other side. Find the edge, then draw an upside down half of a heart. You're not going to connect the two halves. You're going to leave a tiny little gap between them. Draw using short, firm strokes. By looking in a mirror, you're going to tilt your head back and check the symmetry. Make adjustments as needed. Then fill in the two halves of the upside down hearts. With the precise liner brush, touch up any irregular edges. Again, use short, firm strokes. With a square brush and black eyeshadow, set the gel liner. Don't forget to do the eyes as well. With a tapered blending brush, add a little bit more black eyeshadow and blend out the edges. With the remaining product on the brush, start sculpting the recessed area of the skull. When it comes to shading, it helps to feel the structure of your face and then shade accordingly. If not, you can find a picture of a skull and use that as a reference. Any area that dips in smoothly should be shaded with a gradation. With a square brush and black eyeshadow, create the edge of the nose bone. This is going to be a crisp edge, so you don't really want to blend that out. Under the nose, you do want to blend out and create that gradation. Sculpt and define the skull even more by slowly adding more black eyeshadow. Contour the cheekbones. You can slowly sculpt it and keep it rounded or create more of a skull-like look. Blending into the temples. Under the cheeks towards the chin, blending upwards around the cheekbone. It may seem weird, but you're going to have to shade between the eyes and along the forehead to create a rounded forehead. Use black gel liner to create even more dimension. Basically, you just want to create a full range of value. So what that means is you want to have the blackest black to the whitest white and all the grays in between. You could think of the shadow underneath as an initial sketch, so that way when you're doing the black gel liner, everything is precise and in place. This cosmetic grade acrylic paint is great for creating lines and any kind of graphics, not so much for blocking in color. So draw in some lines for the teeth. Draw in as many as you like. And then connect the lines with arches at the top. Then don't forget to round out the bottom of the teeth so that they're not squared off. I'm adding a bit more black acrylic paint to add more depth. If you really want to hollow out the eyes, go ahead and darken it even more. If you like it as is, just leave it. The black paired against the gray transition helps convey the curvature of the skull. Take a red lip liner, sharpen it, and then clean it. And then fill in your waterline. I'm using a bright reddish pink eyeshadow just to set the liner to prevent smudging and traveling of the liner. If you like, you can take the shadow onto your lid. On the other side of the eye, I'm going to take a black eyeliner, fill in the waterline. I'm using red acrylic paint and a cheap brush to paint a flower on my forehead. You can utilize the technique of drawing a line down the middle and then painting the flower. That'll help you with the issue of symmetry. If you want, you can also paint one on your chin. With a dark green liquid liner, I'm going to go around the blackened eye socket. With a glittery green teal eyeliner, I'm drawing scallops around the ring that I just drew. I'm using a gold liquid liner to draw in some decorative lines. Again, you can place them anywhere and all over, and you don't have to use gold. I just felt like using gold. To really make the eye area pop, I'm just adding a bit of the gold inside the blackened eye area. Mix blue and green paint to make leaves and vines. And I also forgot, I outlined the flower and added details as well with black acrylic paint. So now I'm taking a silver liquid liner and I'm just adding some dots on the flower. You can use glitter if you want. I'm taking the silver and going around the eye area again for even more visual interest. Don't forget to color in the scallops that we previously drew and then outline them with the black acrylic paint. I'm using a light green color pigment and pressing it on top of the leaves and vines, not all over, but just some areas. And then I'm going to outline with the dark green liquid liner. Try not to press as hard as I did or else you get splotchy lines. With the glitter of your choice, you can go ahead and make a liner or color in the whole eye area. With more black acrylic paint, paint in an eyebrow. I like to extend it just a little bit more to balance out the shape since the eye socket is a little bit larger. With a blue eyeliner, paint in a little tear at the corner of the eye. Using more silver liquid liner, paint in the outline of the tear. Finally, take the black acrylic paint and outline the tear. There you have it. Two really cool, fun, creepy looks. This is perfect for Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, or you could just paint your face for fun, like I do, and scare the neighbor children. Thanks for watching. If you really like my videos, hit subscribe and I will make more. Thank you!